Hello, I'm here. Sorry, I am extremely exhausted. But I've been extremely exhausted for 2 days, so I'm going to stream. Just take my mind off it. So, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to have the energy to do voices for this, but we're going back to Lacuna. We've got one more act, I think. Well, we've definitely got at least one more act. And I've got some achievements to get for our to-do list. So, as a reminder, this game came out on the 21st of December 2021. It is developed by Digitales Interactive and published by Assemble Entertainment. A couple of previous streams I was convinced that I wasn't getting any achievements and had to restart. I didn't have to restart, I just hadn't met the criteria. So, in case anyone's watching these through and going, oh, game. I did put a disclaimer on my actual, sorry, I got distracted because the game that we played last month ever, has been patched, so I will hope to get the completion on that, which is good. Yeah, so I did put a disclaimer on my previous videos saying that there was not actually a problem with the achievement criteria, I just hadn't met them. Apparently it's 20 minutes on the sofa, or a chair, for the sitting achievement, not 5 or 2 or whatever it was. I decided it had been from based off inaccurate information, so yeah, apologies for that. This one has 8 different endings, so we're just going for one ending this time. We're going to finish Act 3, try to start a war, and hopefully solve all of the investigation sheets. And the other one is to not smoke. And as we've been going for the smoking achievement, I'm gonna have to do that in a different playthrough, but that's fine because I've got to get 8 endings, so you know. So we are 77% of the way through. Yeah, so we're I think the third act is the final one, which is good because it may be a shorter stream. I'm not sure, but yeah. So I've written down try to start war / complete / stop smoking replay. I've rated this one a medium. We will also get complete the third act, tell your story, and well, will we save our daughter? That is the question. I don't know, because we didn't exactly follow all the hang on, are we supposed to? Where's the thing? Oh yes, no. Be the good kind of quitter. Yes, so healthy lifestyle. We're supposed to quit smoking. We did not. We will also get chain smoker this time because I've been working on it and then I don't have to smoke ever again. This one at least is also patched. It's a lovely 9 ratio, telling all 8 stories. So yeah, we got 10 of the 25 achievements. I did put some achievement solutions on the ones that I'd gotten and potentially mucked up. So yeah, there was not a problem with the game, there was a problem with me, and it was just one of those coincidence, no correlation whatsoever. I realize there's also like Summer Game Fest going on right now, but I missed the beginning because I fell asleep. So, yeah. I have no idea what's going on. I did see a Cuphead thing. Cuphead, the delicious last course, when I went across to it. So, I go over on Twitch Gaming. They're talking about Warframe right now. But I think I'll just hopefully catch it. I thought it was going to be an hour at 6, and then it turned out to be like 3 hours from 7. So, yeah, 7 till 10. So yeah, I was like, right, well, no, I'm streaming, so I'm not watching all 3 hours. So I'll get the highlights. For now, I'm just gonna load in my game, and hopefully some people will come along at some point. Say hi and keep me awake. But yesterday, I feel like I've forgotten to do something. Also, it's Thursday. I'm not quite sure how we've gotten to like Thursday again. And I'm so tired. But yesterday, I basically just watched TV for like 3 hours solid. And then had 3 hours in the bath, which went very, very cold. And then went to bed because I just couldn't move. And I've been trying to work this afternoon and just not being able to move very well. It's annoying. I don't know what's causing it or how to solve it. So yeah, it's frustrating. It should load us into a little recap. If it doesn't, I will recap the story for those of us that... Nah, it's gonna load into a recap, it's all good. Yeah, hopefully...
After I woke up, I stared at the ceiling for a while. Zora's words rang in my head. 7 o'clock tonight. I had to do what they asked of me, but I wasn't sure where the data they wanted was stored. I was running out of time. I sat up and made a decision. The sheet on the Liberators. I needed to complete it now. I had a feeling that all the puzzle pieces were there. If I found out who was in charge of the Liberators, I might finally understand what the data was all about and where to look for it. Or maybe I could force them to pay Zora's boss so he'd let Laura go.
Yeah. So, we started off 40 years ago. 40 years ago? So first thing we're going to do some smoking. So we started off at the very beginning, 40 years ago, in a little mining colony, and then it ended with the mining colony collapse. Then 40 years later, so we've smoked 10. I thought 10 was the thing, but it's fine. So yeah, so 40 years later was the Sector 2 incident. Yeah, so it's 40th anniversary. And then some... Joseph Banny got shot by a sniper. We caught the sniper. Then there was a terrorist organization claimed responsibility, and then there was... smoke at least. It doesn't pop till the end. What I'm gonna do is just smoke a couple to get it up. I'll do 12. I feel like we need the boost. It literally doesn't do anything. Yeah, so then there was terrorist organization claimed responsibility. We also keep on getting random spam. I feel like we've missed something at CID, or we may be going back there. Yeah, but anyway, this terrorist organization, then there was a bomber, and it's all very confusing. Ongoing the data. Sector 2 took place in 1800, yeah. I literally just looked at that. Sector 2. Ah! Nugeron Ondrovia. Yeah, I misread that one. Cool. No, we got the chair sitting. It's 20 minutes in the chair. We did the chair. We have done 12 cigarettes, and that should be enough to get us that achievement. Though we will smoke more if we can, but I don't think we can. So, Sector 2 incident, 1800, Ondrovia, because it's 1840 right now. So, the Liberators. The name of the company behind the Liberators is... I think we figured this out last time, that it was Drovia mining Telenium, and the only Drovia mining Telenium is Dyson. We got that because there's a list of companies. A list of companies that Saito emailed us, and Drovia mining Telenium. The only Drovia mining Telenium ones is because it had to be Telenium. There's a Gara one, and they get more money. It's the Dyson are getting screwed over, basically. So, Liberators, Dyson, Drovia, mining Telenium. Dyson, Drovia, mining Telenium. Submit. And also, hi Dan.
Abbott Dyson. All the signs pointed towards him and his company. I didn't feel like I had the full picture just yet, but some aspects finally made sense to me. None of the people we had encountered seemed to support what the Liberators claimed to stand for. This wasn't a Garian terror group at all. It was Drovians, Savians, hired guns, and business people, all working for one man's false flag operation. What was he trying to accomplish? Stir up enough trouble to force the solar system into a war? I had talked to Dyson the morning after Banny's death. He was still in Gara, hiding in plain sight, and I still had his number. I considered my options. We needed to arrest him, but maybe we could have a chat first, just the two of us. Once the CDI had him, he wouldn't be able to talk freely. I took out my cell and tapped his face in my contacts.
Hello. Morning, Mr. Dyson. This is Neil Conrad with the CDI. Ah, Agent Conrad, how can I help you? There's something I'd like to talk to you about in person. Could we meet on the train that stops at Louville in half an hour? I have an important call in 10 minutes. Could we make an appointment for tonight? This can't wait. If you insist, I'll tell my secretary to delay my call. Yes, I don't know how it's Thursday, Dan. How is it Thursday? Thanks. See you in a bit. Also, how are you doing? Enter the train. We'll have one more for good luck. Makes it 13. Mainly because that's an exclamation point, so... We will sit in a chair for a little bit, though. There we go. We smoked. We satted. We pet the lizard. It's not a euphemism. You thought it was Friday? Why would I be streaming on a Friday? I mean, I could, potentially, but I haven't. Good new email. Liam Campbell. Morning, Conrad. Taking a walk in the little park near your place this morning. You know the one. Once you leave the elevator, just keep going straight past the fountain. I'll be sitting down for a coffee near the gazebo. Come around if you want to join me. I'll be here for another hour or two. I know who Liam Campbell is. I'm having a... Used to be boss and resigned. Hi, Leaky. Right, that's it in that mode. What does the selecting mode? Controls. And toggle investigate Y. Toggle highlights. Ah. That one. Thank you. You have spent the day pottering and playing Moving Out. Moving Out is a great game. It's just... it's tricky. I still can't believe that I managed to figure it out on my own. Where did he say he was? Once you leave the elevator, just keep going straight past the fountain. Okay. No news. Yeah, straight past the fountain. Cafe? Ah. Having coffee? There we go. Morning, Chief. Morning, comrade. It's Campbell now. Right, you wanted to talk to me. I need you to give me your word that you won't tell anyone about our meeting today. Okay, you have my word. You're an excellent investigator. Conrad. It's also hard moving furniture in a straight line. And avoiding swimming pools. It doesn't help that when there's two characters on the screen, I get confused about which one's mine. Yeah. Oh, you ran a to-do list from it. You have some mopping up to do, which can wait. Yeah, I finished it before it went out of Game Pass, I believe. And I couldn't believe that I did. But then it went in Games with Gold, which is like, oh, well, needn't have hurried. I never managed to finish The Tourist. That one I'm hoping goes Games with Gold at some point, because I've still got 2 achievements left in it. I couldn't figure out the surfing or some of the thingy games. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether the characters are different, the same, or what, because we had different characters. I just can't tell which one is which. I have the same problem with Overcooked and with Lego as well. So, you know. But yeah, this one has rather to do. It's either going to be one of the 3 I get at the end, or require a whole other playthrough. So we'll see. You're an excellent investigator, Conrad. You found out that the sniper shot at Banny from the Sakura Hotel. You have a sharp mind. You identified the bartender at the hotel as the one who helped Diaz escape. You found the sniper's boat in the harbour. That helped us track him down and retrace his escape. Figured out what Banny's murderer looked like. Thanks to that, we were able to catch him and his associate on Juris Plaza. And you determined who had started the Liberator's video at AdSpot. That's why we could go after Moore Cox so quickly. Do you know what makes you so good at your job? You question just about anything. In all my years at the CDI, I've never met a bigger skeptic than you. I think it's a compliment. It's... Don't throw burger buns at my head. If you're going to throw something, throw cheese. I don't like burgers. But that can also make your life harder if you wanted to climb the ranks at the CDI. However, if that doesn't concern you, you might want to have a closer look at the Sector 2 incident. I don't know exactly what it is they're trying to hide, but the data they're so desperately protecting has something to do with it. Who? Who is hiding something? The AG for sure, maybe just her. I think something happened back when she was director of the CDI. She's been acting strange. The sudden decision to arrest Cox when she heard his name was the last straw. Take the cheese out of the van first? No, something to do with burger buns. They're just... they put something on it. They're not just bread. Oh, take the cheese out of the can. That makes sense. I was wondering why the cheese was in a van and what that had to do with anything. I mean, you could be a span or a header or a P tag if you want. If you want to stop being a div. That's a geek joke. I apologize. It's an element on a page if you are not aware. If you are aware, then you got my joke. Yes, the Attorney General is acting very suspicious. One more thing, Conrad. There was a security alert in the database. Some unauthorized connection from your cell. Whatever it was you were trying to do, I took the liberty of dismissing the alert. There's no more record of it. Oh, Chief, I love you. I have to go now. This will be the first evening without work I've had in a while. Thank you for meeting me. Oh, he covered for us. He covered for us. He covered for us. Oh, you beautiful, beautiful man. There's one for doing it in a certain number of steps. I will not get that because I've done nearly twice the amount of steps and I've not finished the game. I still don't know what the times are on there. But I have smoked 13 cigarettes. You know, just because why not? I've done lots of steps. But I figure I played a few times, learn the route, and then I try and do the minimum number of steps. Don't be worrying about steps when I've got no idea what I'm doing. So I can't visit my ex-wife. And there's no news. I mean, why don't you want to get that kind of joke? That kind of joke is awesome. Geek jokes are the best kind of jokes.
My heart was pounding. Would Dyson really come, or did I spook him? Did he suspect I was onto him? It would be a while until I found out, so I sat down and took a deep breath. At least I had a little time to think about what to say to him if he showed up.
I'm not sure you're supposed to smoke at the station, mate. Mr. Dyson. Good evening, Agent Conrad. This is an interesting setting for a chat. Let's get straight to the point. I have sufficient proof that you are part of, or even all of, the Liberators. That's a big accusation to throw around. What proof would that be? I know you hired mercenaries to kill Banny, and to steal some data from the Chief's cell. Leaky, that sounds like a ridiculous euphemism. I'm fairly certain you're talking about the Elizabeth line, but it really sounds like a euphemism for something. Yes, I know you hired mercenaries to kill Banny and to steal some data from Chief's cell. You also instructed Cox to broadcast the Liberators' message and to bomb Corian Church. If there's anything else going on that endangers people's lives, you need to tell me right now. If you're so sure of that, why didn't the CDI just address me? I want to know where you did it. You're a Saviant from Drovia. Once more, your company suffers financially from operating inside an unfree colony. You have all the reason to support Drovian independence. I do support Drovian independence, but not for economic reasons. Don't you think that the status quo is unacceptable in a modern society? Gara forces us to hand over all the fruit of our labor like we live in feudal times, only to resell it at an incredible profit. Your planet exploits and enslaves my people for its own financial gain. If that's how you see it, why did you create an anti-Savian, anti-emancipation terrorist group? All Drovia needs to finally explode is a spark. I've provided just that. Did you read the news today? Drovian resistance against its oppressors have never been stronger. You create an enemy that seems to be for your enemy and unite people against it. It's clever. It is clever. I mean, I was going for drugs. Sounds like riding the purple train is a euphemism for drugs. Or possibly something else. But, you know, I wouldn't make a dirty joke. Not me. I'm innocent. So you admit it. You did it to lend momentum and legitimacy to a Savian revolution. To push public opinion on Drovia to a point where secession war seems inevitable. But they were already negotiating. Why didn't you just support banning on the summit? Joseph was in no position to change things. The whole summit was a big dog and pony show. History teaches us that you can't obtain independence the peaceful way. If you want it, you take it. And a war is worth it for you, especially considering that Drovia is unlikely to win it. If a war is what it takes, we have to try. Besides, New Jerome will take our side, if any. You know, I'm not really buying your man of the people spiel. It's all about your company's bottom line. Think of me any way you want, it doesn't matter. The way I see it, I'm using my influence and money to fight for the right cause. Don't you think thousands of innocent lives are a prohibitively high price to pay? It's interesting that you bring that up, being a CDI agent yourself. What are you talking about? The data I've been wanting to get my hands on, did you have a look at it? No? It contains classified information about the Sector 2 incident, which also cost thousands of innocent lives. But just as importantly, Savians lost the right to a self-governed colony on Drovia. Garda cited a charter that it had made up itself and launched an independent investigation, which identified major construction and security flaws as the cause of the disaster. I'm familiar with the incident. What are you getting at? Those backward Savians don't believe in real science, so they don't know how to build a safe colony. Sounds convincing, doesn't it? What if I told you that the colony was sabotaged by Garda? Ridiculous. The operation was launched out of fear and greed. Savian colony on the biggest selenium source in the system, free to trade with Drudron. Using the selenium race could have meant losing supremacy over the solar system at the time. They couldn't allow that to happen. Who? Who are you talking about? A number of politicians and other elites, and of course CDI as their executive force. Your Attorney General, Amelia Thorne, she was director of the CDI at the time. So before you judge me, look at the people you work for and what they did. I know so many people who died or lost someone in the incident, so many more who lost their livelihoods. No, this is too big. So many people would have had to stay quiet for it to stay a secret so long. Well, it will come out, and not that many people know. Who knows at the CDI? Does Gary know? The chief? The director? Everyone involved is retired by now, except Miss Thorne. But some people must know there are records of it. They will see the light of day soon enough. I know that the mercenaries you hired are working on getting them back. They abducted my daughter and blackmailed me into helping them. I'm sorry to hear that. They did not act on my behalf when they talked to your daughter. Listen, Mr. Dyson. No, I have to arrest you. That's all I needed to hear. Please put your hands out so I can cuff you. It doesn't make much of a difference to me if you arrest me. I might have to do some time, but I have the best lawyers in the system. Sorry. Oops. Sorry, something just popped up on my screen. I got confused. Yes, Bastille's Loison system. What I care about is the data becomes public. Get it? And the mercenaries will be paid. Once they send it over, it'll get leaked even if I'm in prison. I have people making sure of that. It doesn't matter what you care about. I want my daughter back. Pay them now. I'd consider it, but I missed the window. The transaction expired. I see. You're under arrest. You're getting off this train with me at the next stop. I can't let you get away with this. But until we arrive, I have some final questions. Tell me. What do you know about the abductors? There we go. What do you know about the people who talked to my daughter? Not much, to be honest. You probably figured out most of it already. They're a secret group of mercenaries, and they run big operations in the whole solar system. If you want a high-profile job done, you go to them. Ooh, New Saints Row. Where is the HQ, and where are they keeping my daughter? I don't know. They're very secretive. They only meet you in public places, or they come to you. I see. Tell me, what is Cox's role in all of this? Imagine bombing a church isn't something you can just pay any security company to do. Albert's parents were old friends of mine. Their company was in charge of security at Sector 2. They went bankrupt after the explosions, and people put the blame for the incident on them. They're getting death threats to this day. I supported them and their son financially. As you can imagine, Cox has every reason to want revenge for what Gara did to his family. Why work with the mercenaries when you already had Cox's guys to do your dirty work? Parts of the plan were out of his wheelhouse. I see. That's all for now. Get out at the next stop. I'll inform my colleagues that we are coming. We have to arrest him. Whether or not, we have to arrest him. We have to expose the CDI as well, but he did order someone to be killed and try and blow up people. So, this is the right thing to do. Hey, Conrad, you sure about this? I am. Alright then, good job. I got this. Gary wanted to talk to you. He's inside. Waiting here with us, Mr. Dyson. Bloop. Little justice served. Hatch the mastermind. Interesting. Because not everyone gets that based off the ratios. That was one of the ones I needed. Gary's waiting for you. No news. Hey. Shit, comrade, you really find the mastermind behind the Liberators. Finally some good news. I just hope this whole shit show is over now. Why did Dyson do it? It's kind of a long story. He was trying to escalate the situation between our planets. I see. Let's talk about it in detail later. Preventing last night's attack was a great victory as well. You did a good job. Thanks. That's a good start to my time as chief, isn't it? Well, acting chief, but yeah. I have a meeting for the press in a few minutes. We brought Moore in for questioning. He's waiting in the basement. Should go talk to him, see if he knows something we don't. Roger that. We're in the basement. Oh, we're down there. Oh, we couldn't go all the way up here before. I'm gonna do a time. Oh, we can't go up. Damn it. I wonder what's up on the roof. I wasn't able to get up here before, so I'm going up here. All those things. This was the chief's office. Hello. Furthermore, I heard about James. I'm glad that he's alive. The fact that we caught him in time will certainly improve his chances in court. Yeah, it's not going to be easy, but it could have been so much worse. Thank you. I wish you good luck with your case. Thank you. That's the wife of the guy that was basically blackmailed, bribed, shall we say, into doing the bombings. This guy. Good morning, Mr. Moore. I'd like to ask you some questions about the bomb attack. Who gave you your instructions? It was Mr. Cox. He offered me money. I didn't know what I was getting into, I swear. What exactly did Cox tell you? Not much. He handed me the device to do the hack at ad spot. He told me where to place the bomb. How did he procure the explosives? I don't know. They're not part of our equipment. He must have gotten it from someone else. From whom? I don't know, okay? I see. I know why he did it, because his wife's dying and he needed money for medication. Why did you do it? My wife is sick. I needed money. It's all about paying the bills. See? You have free healthcare, free universal healthcare, and people don't try and explode people. And yeah, I was told the whole thing was a chance to get back at Millex to what they did for my wife. Get back at Millex? How so? I don't know any details. I swear I wasn't allowed to ask questions. This is all. I'm so afraid that Evelyn will hate me. I see. That's all for now. What will happen to me now? That's for the judges to decide. You'll have to go to prison for a while, but the fact that you didn't carry out your attack will certainly reduce your penalty. Shit.
I was supposed to write a report on my findings in the Liberator's case, but I wasn't able to concentrate for even a second. First, I needed to wait for my colleagues to go home to be alone with Saito. He always worked late. But then what? What if he refused to help me? The idea of having to force him was devastating. He was my friend, after all. When I finally managed not to think about it anymore, a much more dire thought crept up on me. Laura might die tonight. And if she did, it would be my fault.
Okay. The data. Sector 2 incident, 1800 Drovia. Let's just check the news again. Sector 2 incident, 1800 Drovia. I mean, the guy basically confirmed it, so... Ah, we're on the roof. That's how we get up there. I didn't realise we could go left from her. Find Saito. It's probably in our meeting room. Hey, Saito. Hey, Neil, hey, you're working late. Listen, there's something I need to talk to you about. Of course, what's the matter? Saito, I'm sorry. Sorry for what? Is everything okay? No, it's not. My daughter. Laura was abducted and the people who took her want something from me. I need your help to get it for them. What? Laura was abducted? When? By whom? By a group of mercenaries. Shit, I'm so sorry, Neil. What's the CDI's plan of action? CDI? What do you think those people would do if I told the CDI against it? About it? Wait, you didn't tell anyone at the CDI? No, look, we don't have much time. The mercenaries want me to help them get the data back that they stole from the chief. They managed to create a backdoor to the CDI network. They can briefly alter the access rights to the folder they want from the CDI database, but they won't be able to retrieve it. That can only be done from a local computer. So you come in. You're a sysadmin, right? You have to grant a request for access to a specific folder you're not usually able to see. They'll pull all the data from that folder to your local drive, put it on a stick and give it to me. They made it clear it was not to be sent over the web. Okay, listen, holy fuck. I'll bring them the data and then I'll get Laura back. Neil, you realise you can't trust these people, right? Why are you so convinced they'll hold up their end of the bargain? If you want to save Laura, you have to ask the higher-ups, the CDI, for help. I don't know enough about those people. No chance the CDI will be able to track them down in time. The hack will go down in 5 minutes. If I don't hand them the data tonight, they might kill her. I have an idea. Once they open up the folder they're after, I might be able to locate the source of the back door. We'll explain to the others what's going on, and we'll raid the location before the handover is scheduled. You have Laura back before they find that we never went through with the hack. If we do it that way, do we still get to retrieve the data in the folder? We won't need it. But if you can't trace them and don't get the data, we have nothing. Fine. I'll accept the data transfer either way. I'll delete it if I'm able to trace the hack. Oh. Decisions. I don't trust the CDI. It's basically where we've got to. Well, Attorney General. I trust Gary. And Saito, obviously. No, hand them the data as planned. No, that's too risky. Hand them the data as planned. They expect me in an hour. Neil, please, come to your senses. These are criminals. You can't work with them. I'm not so sure anymore who the bigger criminal here is. What are you talking about? You know what? Do what you think is best, but I won't be a part of it. Oh, please don't make it complicated, Saito. I really need your help. Threatening my colleague and friend with a gun. But also... Shit. Okay. Okay, you're right. Let's tell the CDI. Okay, good. I'm glad you agree. I'll find out where the location is and then we call Gary. What is this data anyway? Why do they want it? Well, Yeah, but Gary isn't compromised. At least I don't think so. Gary's our friend. I'm not sure. I don't have time to explain. She's calling. Hey, Neil. What am I? Hey, Neil. I got your sheets. Already on your end? Yeah, I know, right? It's like, I'm not going to threaten him with a gun, but I don't really want to tell the CDI either. Hey, Neil, I got your sheet. Already on your end? Yeah, we're ready. Good. We're searching that folder now. I'll tell you when we have access. Alright, there we go. You're good to go. Okay, I think Saito's retrieving the data. I got it. Good work. I'll see you at the handover. God damn it, Neil. I got their location. Let's call Gary and the others. Thank you, Saito. Thank you so much. I'm calling Gary and the others. We have to prepare the raid and we have to do it quick. Hold on, one last thing. What is it? There's no time to lose. Did you pull the data? What does it matter? Give it to me. Why? I have the location, Neil. We can go arrest them. You don't need it anymore. I did what you said, okay? I didn't go through with it. Please trust me. It's not a trick. I won't give the data to them. I just need to see what's on there. Okay, as long as you get the data, so I want to leak it to the press. Please. Here. Please don't do anything stupid. Thank you. Don't tell anyone, okay? Let's call Gary and the others. We're definitely not a threaten our friend with a gun playthrough. Let's see. I think I got their HQ. It's inside an industrial zone on the fringes of the city. Company registered there calls itself Rattlesnake Farming. Appears to be some sort of greenhouse. I assume it's just a front, maybe for money laundering. Can't believe you didn't tell us earlier. What were you thinking, comrade? We nearly had an opportunity to frame you, Gary. Excuse me. We did not frame you. We were just trying to do it all ourselves, and then they told us we had to involve Saito, and he made us tell you. And how much information did you feed them about the CDI and our ongoing investigations? Those people are criminals of the worst kind. Have you forgotten your oath? You'll face serious charges for this, comrade. Could you please leave him alone, Gary? He's got enough on his plate right now. Or maybe he'd be in a better position if he had told the CDI earlier. Or they would have shot Laura right away if they'd caught wind of it. We all had training in hostage negotiations, and I'm sure Neil followed it best he could. Yep, totally following my training. Now, I don't really care about that right now. Can we please focus on getting Laura out of there? I agree. We don't have time to waste. We should be at their HQ within the next hour. That's not a lot of time. Let's go gear up then. Actually, I don't think it's a good idea for you to be there, Neil. You're not trained in extractions like this, and I don't care if I get hurt. More importantly, you're too close to the case. The risk is that you do something irrational and endanger the whole operation is too high. I can't just stay here and wait. My daughter is in there. It's exactly the kind of attitude I'm worried about. I've been in contact with these people multiple times. They know me. Maybe I can convince them to cooperate. Listen, Neil. There's no time for discussion. Comrade, Roy, get yourself armor and a gun. I have to call Kumar. Your call. Copy that. Don't leave without me. I'll come with you. You will? Okay, we leave in 30. Seconds, I hope, not minutes. What am I supposed to do? Go to the roof. Okay. Yeah, it's like when I'm given the choice between threaten my friend with a gun or give in, I'm gonna have to give in because this is not a playthrough where I threaten someone with a gun. Unless it's that dickhead who is exploiting people.
I inserted the stick into my cell and opened up the folder. My heart was pounding. For a moment, it looked like the data wouldn't load, but then the files started appearing on the screen. Dozens, maybe hundreds of documents, messages, pictures, and videos. They were decades old. Most of them dated 1799 or 1800. Their confidentiality level was one I'd never seen before. This was the type of data the Garian network would instantly pick up and trace, both to its receiver and back to its sender. It made sense to physically hand-deliver it if one wished to remain anonymous. I didn't know where to begin, so I opened up the very first file in the list, the oldest one, with shaking hands. It was a document sent from someone at the Department of Commerce to the director of the CDI at the time, Amelia Thorne. Attorney General in charge of the Justice Department. My eyes widened as I skimmed over the paragraphs. When I was done reading the letter, I checked the time. 20 more minutes. I sat down and opened up the second one, then the third. As the conversation went on, a plan was hatched between a handful of politicians, special interest groups from the private sector, and high-ranking members of the CDI. I didn't recognize most of the names. Some might have been pseudonyms. I stopped looking at the files halfway through and let my head sink onto the backrest. Even though they had used very careful language at first, the goal and purpose of the operation were abundantly clear. The failure of Sector 2 hadn't been an accident. Garians had plotted and engineered it to gain sole access to Drovia's resources, and given its strategic importance at the time, ultimately retained supremacy over the solar system. My head was spinning while I tried to figure out what all of it meant for the present, and for me. I had long doubted the integrity of the CDI. Was it still rotten to the core, or had things changed? I didn't know about any ongoing operations that were breaching interplanetary law, but then most agents at the time of the Sector 2 incident hadn't known either, and some of the things I did know about, I didn't want to think about them too much. Now what? On the one hand, the public had a right to know. The culprits had to be found and brought to justice. Reparations had to be paid to the affected families and businesses. On the other hand, if the truth came out, the liberators would win. Savient extremists might be emboldened enough to take control of the colony and declare independence. If that happened, Gara would send its ships, and New Joran might send theirs to back up their Savient brethren, and to finally gain access to the planet's Telenium, of course, if their side won. Hundreds might die, thousands even. Time was running out. I tapped the contact of a journalist I had met a while back. I still hadn't made a decision when I heard the dial tone. The data would probably go through if I decided to send it, but there was no way in hell it wouldn't be traced back to me. My heart was pounding so loudly in my ears that I
We're in trouble
almost
anyway.
ignored the voice on the other end.
We're in serious trouble anyway, so fuck it, we're gonna start a war. This is Adrian Bowley with the Gagarian Gazette. How can I help you? Hello? Are you there? I'm sorry. I can't hear you. I'm hanging up now. I have information for you. Who is this? I can't tell you. I'm sending you a data package now. It's flagged and will be quickly picked up and traced by the authorities. Is this the right thing? Your computer might be bricked. Back it up on an external drive as quickly as you can. Are you serious? Please confirm you understand what I just said. I understand. Good. The public needs to know this. Promise me that it won't get buried. Well, I have to look at it first. Please, I may not have a second chance to send it out. Did you get it all? Yeah, I got it. It's in your hands now. Okay. Comrade? Gary, it's time. Let's go. That was 30? 30 what? Farts? Okay, come in. It's like, of course I'm going to leak data, that government conspiracy. At this point. Public deserve to know. Ooh, hello. Chain smoker! Woo. Punish your lungs. Alright, agents, I just got the report from Lawson. The big grey nest in front of us seems to be empty. However, the IR camera has picked up 12 targets in an underground facility hidden underneath. Scan for traps and explosives came back negative. Be careful regardless. We're going in on my command. Watch your backs and keep a low profile. These guys are dangerous and most likely armed. Use of deadly force is authorized. Getting the hostage out alive and well is our #1 priority. You all know what she looks like. Miller, Johnson, you open up the front door. Once we're inside, we're looking for another door in the back. Watch out for hostiles from that point on. Okay, let's go. Move, move, move. Gary, I appreciate you backing me up earlier. Thank you. After what you did, it's only right you'd help us fix it now. Let's go get your girl. Save Laura. Can we save Laura? Frog steak farming. Clip! Okay, there's actually like snakes and shit. Targets ahead. Open up and move in. 3 targets. CDI, drop your weapons. Drop them now. Shit, take cover. Take cover. What? No way they won't hear that. It's a 12. Shit, that was loud. The rest of them will be waiting for us. Exactly. May's been shot. Gordon, Flynn, provide first aid and see if you can get out to the medics. Fuck. Aito, lock this room down. Keep an eye on those assholes. Get their guns and make sure they stay down. Someone comes through that door over there, you shoot. The rest of you keep moving. We can't give them any more time to prepare or get out. Follow me. Open it up.
In the final corridor, we passed by a large surgery room. I didn't think about it at the time, but that must have been where they had given Zora her new face and implanted Boyd's fake ID. The only thing I could think about was whether they'd moved Laura or done something to her the moment they'd heard us coming.
Next room is a dead end. Expect resistance. Gary's not wearing any armor. No! It's my baby. Drop those guns or we'll shoot. Who are you? What is this? CDI, put your weapons on the ground right now. Stay put, Laura. It's going to be all right. Give us a minute to talk it over, okay? Oh, I see. It's about the girl. How about this? We hand her over to you and you never show your paces here again. Sound fair? I don't think you understand. This facility is surrounded. It's over. Your only option is to cooperate with us right now. All right, we'll cooperate. But we'll kill the girl first. No! No, then it sounds like you're getting everything you want. That's not how negotiations work. Shooting a child will do nothing but worsen your prospects on trial. Come on, we both know I'm fucked regardless. Take you out if you make a wrong move. It doesn't have to be that way. Sorry, I'm distracted by the Twitch gaming channel. So what you're saying is your only chance is to fight. I'm sorry, Williams. Sora, you beautiful, beautiful person. What fuck, Sora? Stop! Final warning! Please, Moon, put your gun away. Good. Now lie down. Go cuff 'em, boys. Baby is okay. Maybe next time we'll be a bad cop and, like, cooperate fully with the terrorists as well. Dad! It's over now, Laura. You're safe, alright? Alright. Are you okay? Did they hurt you? No, I'm not hurt. Get her out of here. Go. Let's go, Laura. Thank you. Thanks, Laura. That was the weirdest slow-mo walk ever.
That's it. The most tumultuous days of my life, and possibly in Garian history.
I just got like
Abbott
3
Dyson
achievements.
has been charged with interplanetary terrorism, first-degree murder, and more that would put a normal person away for multiple lifetimes. Unfortunately, he is one of the world's most influential billionaires, and as it stands now, he isn't going to prison for more than a few years. it is rumored that he's putting someone else in charge of his company for the time being, and will be allowed back at his post after serving his sentence. With their mastermind unmasked, at least it's safe to say that the Liberators won't ever make another appearance. Even though Dyson and Cox each lost a lot in the Sector 2 incident, I don't believe their actions were really driven by a righteous thirst for revenge. Almost all the people who have suffered and might still suffer from their actions had nothing to do with Gara's past crimes. Ultimately, Dyson had tried to start an interplanetary war in hopes of increasing his profit margins, and he might still succeed in it.
Well, that didn't take as long as I thought it would.
The data I leaked sent a shockwave through the solar system. The source of the leak was quickly discovered, and the CDI not only fired me on the spot, but also tried to scrub me from their records and made all sorts of claims to discredit me. The Garian state scrambled to spin the narrative on the Sector 2 incident, but the data was authentic and unambiguous. 40 years ago, the Savient colony on Drovia had been sabotaged in a secret operation initiated by a handful of Gyara's top politicians, economic elites, and the CDI under the leadership of Amelia Thorne, now Attorney General and leader of the Garian Department of Justice. It became clear to me why she had tried to hide the data, fired the chief when he got too close, and ordered the arrest of Cox when she realized who he was. She is currently awaiting trial, along with a number of mostly retired politicians who were implicated in the conspiracy. Lara is free again and seems to be doing okay, but I wonder every day about the scars this experience has left behind. Even though I know I'm not directly to blame, I will never forgive myself for inadvertently dragging her into all this. As for me, I am free again, as free as I was before, but my life is forever changed. Catherine and I are dating again, however crazy that sounds. Things are so different now. The world is so different that maybe something good can come of it again.
Yay! We saved her daughter and got back with her ex-wife. That's good, right?
And finally, Zora. Easily the strangest person I've met in my life. Despite the terrible things she did, I'm grateful for her help when it really counted. It took the CDI a while to find out anything about her previous life. Turns out her name used to be Elizabeth Davis. She and her friend Boyd had been picked up by the mercenaries as teenagers on the run. Both of them came from affluent Garian families, and both had been reported missing, presumed dead. Zora will be brought before a judge this week, and I'll be there to make a statement. It might sound strange, but I hope she'll walk free again one day.
Late in the evening,
And then got to the credits. Okay, now let the credits play. Be right back.
ever unchanging, they shine unaware. The sea is above me, the sea is beneath. The waves that have parted will once again meet. So we stand here, in the end we're out of love. Want to try again, but the stars don't give a fuck. Will it have mattered? Is there a cause? Will it return on?
So, I think I might finish that. I know it's only been an hour. I expected that to take at least two.
In the end we're
Yeah. Not a particularly long single playthrough. What did we do? We had 3 hours and then 2:45. 3:10, 2:45. Well, with some faffing around. So 3 hours and probably 2.5 without the faffing around. And then an hour. And from that, we got 18 achievements. That's pretty good. So, most of the other ones I can get in one more playthrough. I don't know whether I'll be able to cut the corners and get that one, but then telling all the stories, 8 endings. Gonna require a few more playthroughs, which will obviously be quicker because I won't be doing the reading or anything. Knowing my luck, it's gonna be the stop smoking one because that's the only one I didn't get today for the ratios. But I'll give it a chance to scan in. I really enjoyed that game, and the devs are really nice. Really understanding with me going, I did a weird thing. And they investigated and they were like, actually it didn't. And I'm like, I'm really sorry. I'm super hot. It's really annoying. It's like, I was super tired, now I'm super hot. So that is epilogue 100%. I haven't. I was cold for most of the day, you see, so I'm wondering whether I'm sleepy because I'm sick. So let's just load up and see where it puts us.
And that's it. The most tumultuous days of my life, and possibly in Garian history. Abbott Dyson has been charged with interplanetary terrorism.
Okay.
First degree.
Okay. So, yeah. 18 achievements. 1 ending unlocked. One of the remaining ones are rares. But, yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it here for today. Ridiculous, I know. Short stream, but I really don't want to start another playthrough on stream. Kind of like having this as this is a complete playthrough that gets you I started a war ending. But I did everything else all right and got everyone arrested. And then yeah. So Saturday I'm gonna be back with more Rainbow Billy. My end screen. Rainbow Billy, because the achievement that I have to get for that is either finish everything or get 75 thoughts. So, as we're in the last area, I figure we finish it and we see where we go from there. So, let's see. Kara's still on playing Stardew, so why don't we go raid Kara, because we haven't done that in a while. We don't usually finish this early. Come on, bot, wake up. So, not that there's anyone particularly here to raid, but hey, there's a couple of people, so that'll do. So yeah, so I'll be back on Saturday, 3/4 p.m. sometime. with more Rainbow Billy. And Sunday, back for the nonary games because, yeah. Aside from that, thanks everyone for being here today. I just have to turn off the music on the game, it's annoying me. Thanks everyone for being here today. I've been Joan, otherwise known as Angel SK. I'll catch you later. Go say hi to Clara. Bye.